Right, so we're going to have a look at Bob Marley classic Redemption Song. I'm just going to show you the riff now. I've got two versions of this, depending whether you're a total beginner or a bit more advanced. So what I'm going to do first is just go through the beginner's version and then just add in the a bit more advanced section. So if you can see here, I'll just play it first. It goes. Okay, so let's just start on the first bit. So you're hitting the 3rd fret on the top string. So you might want to use your 2nd finger for that, because you're going to need your 1st finger for this next bit, so 0, 2. And the reason I say that is because you don't want to move, you want to move as side to side minimal as you can, so you don't have to look at your hands. So if I was to go, you see there's this movement side to side, I want this. So I can just take my eyes off playing guitar and just place it down. So okay, so the next section, it goes back to the 3rd fret on the top, and it makes it a bit smoother as well. So your 1st finger's on that 2 rather than it jumping off. You're going so. Okay, and then on the next bit, we're going to go on the next string down, 3rd fret, so the 5th string, use your 2nd finger there, and then 2 0 on the 4th string, like that, so, and then it goes to the 2nd fret on the 5th string, so use your 1st finger there, because you're going to come nicely down onto the 3rd fret here with your 2nd finger. So I'll play you that from the start of there. So you've got okay, so let's zoom in on the next section, which is here. You got, we've just played that 3 on the top string, and then on the 5th string we go 0, 2, and then 0 on the 4th string. So the very last section, you go on the 5th string, 2, 3, 0, and 3 on the top string. So the whole way through this song, I'm just using my 1st and 2nd finger. Anything on the 2nd fret, I use my 1st finger. Anything on the 3rd fret, my 2nd finger. Okay, so let's just have a little go at playing that from start to finish. You know, some people say, well, why don't you just learn the original version? But what people forget is when you're a total beginner, the detail in some of these riffs is enough to put people off from wanting to pick up the guitar. So making things nice and simple isn't cheating. It's just a way to get your morale up and get you excited about playing guitar. And then the more you learn, you can add in the detail. So let's play this on the start. Okay, let's do that slower. Just a quick reminder, if you're liking the videos that I'm doing, if you could please subscribe, it does help me to continue making more videos like this, and I do appreciate all the comments people make, so thank you very much. Okay, so now, I mean, even if you're a beginner, you could still, once you give that a go, still be able to do this. So you got the 3, 0, and before you just hit the 2, you've got to hit the 0 again and hammer on the 2. So I'll just show you the hammer on, what's happening here. I'm playing a 0 and I'm hammering on with this 1st finger. Now you can't just place it on, because you see it cuts the note off. You gotta give it a bit of force. So it goes 3, 0. So these hammer-ons in this song, they are kind of quick. You play the note and hammer straight away. So I know that's kind of the default when anyone's hammering on anyway. So this will suit a lot of people. Alright, so we hit this 3rd fret on the top string there, and then the next hammer on is 2 to 3 on the 5th string. So I'll show you that. So you put your finger on the 2, see that? And keeping this finger static. So you got. Now you don't want to take it off, because you could accidentally take it off too soon and it cuts the note off. So you keep that down. So up to now we have and then you go to the 4th string and do a 0 2, hammer on, and then you go to a 0 on the 4th string, and then to the 5th string you hit 2. So here we have. Okay, so for the second part of this, it's pretty similar. So you got the 3 on the top, 0, and then 0 2 hammer, 0 on the 4th string, and then hit the 2 on the 5th string, and 2 3 hammer, 0 3 on the top string. So. Put all that together. Alright, do it again. Okay, so let's have a little look at the strumming pattern, and then we'll have a little look at the chords. So I just want you to play a G chord. And it's going to be a down, up, slap, up, down, up, slap, up. So when it says slap, it's referring to slapping the strings. And if you notice, it's like a downward stroke. I'm not going upwards, it's down. So that sort of replaces your down strum. Like that. And or you could hit the strings like this. So you go down, up, slap, up. Yeah, let's just learn the first little bit of that rather than the whole lot. So it goes down, up, slap, up, down, up, slap, up. And when you start picking up speed, you'll notice it gives you like a percussive sort of feel, so it's like a drum kit. Cat, cat. That's sort of, a lot of the times on the drum, on the guitar, when you add in them percussive things, it is replicating the snare of a drum kit. So putting that all together, you notice when you do this up, you got to come straight down with this down stroke. So I'm going to do this also: down, up, slap. Up, down, up, slap. Start again. So you might want to just work on that for a little bit and get the strumming right. Let's go to the actual chords now. So we got I'm not going to dwell on these for too long. So we got a G. So you might want to pause it and just work on that. That should sound like that. You have a C. You have that 0 on the top string. See, I'm muting it with my thumb always, just to give me freedom to strum every string. And then we go to a D. So that's from the 4th. And then we have an E minor. You can use your 2nd and 3rd finger if you feel that's more comfortable. Then we go to an A minor. and then we have a C over B. So I'm going to show you what a C looks like, because a C over B means you've got a C chord still, but B in the root. So you can see this C shape is still here, but this root on the 3rd fret moves down to the thingy, the 2nd fret. So I'll show you what that looks like. This. So on its own it doesn't sound too bright, but in context of C, C over B, and then A minor, it gives you a nice step down. And that's sometimes you just want it a bit more interesting, then go C and then A minor. You want that nice little step down. It happens quite a lot in songs, so it's a nice little touch, that. Okay, so they're the chords. Have a little look through them. Let's have a look at the song. So here you can see it starts off with the riff, and then it's got these words here. So I'm just going to go from the G here. G, E minor, and then C, C over B. Actually, I'm not doing the strumming part, so E minor, C, C over B, back to G, E minor, C, D. Okay, so I tell you what, I'm just going to zoom in on that first bit first. So G, oh pirates, yes they ride by. C, sold to the merchant ships. G, minutes after they took I, E minor, and then C, from the bottomless pit. So you can see how the chords change at the top of the lyrics from the song. I'll say, so from the G, G, my hands were made strong. C, C over B, A minor, almighty. Then G, forward in this generation. C, triumphantly. And then you've got this section on the chorus. I'm just going to zoom in on the first line. D, won't you help me sing? G, C to D, this song's of freedom. So you notice in this chorus you've generally got a bar of G and then C, D for 2 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then C, 1, 2, D is 3, 4, and that constantly repeats. So just be aware that C has 2, D has 2 beats all the way through this. So let's go from the D here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Won't you help me sing? So G, C to D, and then G, C to D again. This time E minor, C to D, G, C, D, G, then last C, D. And then in this break you go E minor, so it's like a musical break to C to D, E minor, C to D. That happens 4 times. So I tell you what, I'm going to just put on the verse, and actually I'll put on the riff at the start. And let's try and get to this point, and then I'll put the second page on. So oh pirates, yes they rob I, sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hands were made strong by the hand of the Almighty. songs of freedom. C to D is all I ever had. E minor, C to D. Redemption song. C to D again. Redemption song. C to D. E minor. C to D. E minor again. C to D. E minor again. E minor. Right, so the next verse. 1, 2, 3. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Oh, some say it's just for part of it. We've got to fulfill the bow. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had. Redemption song. Redemption song. I'll end on G now. Okay, you might have noticed I did a C to D, and instead of going, I went like this. So it's kind of nice. If you think of a bar chord, you can take it up to an F and a G and an A, and you can do that with all the chords, really, all the shapes. C, you know, you can move that C shape up. Well, you can do it with some chords. You don't have to bar it, and the open notes actually sound quite nice. So in this case, when you're in the key of G and you decide to go to a D, you can shift it up to C sharp D, and the open notes do actually sound quite kind of nice. So we did G, C, so there are instances where you don't need to bar and you can use open notes and it sounds pretty cool. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much.